Welcome to another band ranking. Today we are doing one of my favourite power metal / symphonic metal bands of all time, Rhapsody of Fire, previously known as Rhapsody. Now, they have a long discography, but almost every single album I find enjoyment in. I love pretty much a big chunk of this discography I fucking adore. So loads of them are going to be really high scores. There's one which I'm not... There's only one which I can say that I don't really like. The rest I really enjoy. So let's get the blabbering out the way. Let's get into the list. So coming in last is Dark Wings of Steel. I think this is fairly common for a lot of people, that this is the weakest album. And yeah, I think it's the weakest. Even though the latest album, The Eighth Mountain, had a different singer in, it's still miles better than this shit. It's miles better than this because this just... It feels uninspired and the sound is really off on this album. Like the guitars don't sound punchy, they don't sound... Like even the debut album sounds way better than this. And that's kind of questionable, you know? When you're this far into the career and the sound is off, it's not good. But, you know, everyone has missteps. This is Rhapsody of Fire's misstep. Yeah, the sound is the main complaint here and the song structures are kind of... and also, there's no fucking epic at the end of the album. That's another complaint. Most of the albums, pretty much all of them, have an epic at the end. Usually like 10 minutes or more. This doesn't have any. They're all standard length. So, yeah, this is tail end of the list, I'm afraid. So next is The Eighth Mountain. And you probably know the reason why this is a bit lower. Because the vocalist is a different vocalist. You know, Fabio made his own band. And there's a lot of different Rhapsody kind of side bands now, but we're only talking about the main Rhapsody of Fire / Rhapsody core group of albums. This one, it's pretty good, you know, it's fine, it's a great power metal album, it's so much better than Dark Winds of Steel, like way better. This one I can enjoy, but I just don't think it holds a candle to any of the others. But this does have some fucking epic songs on. Reign of Fury was a cool single. And of course it has the epic, the 10-minute long Tales of a Hero's Fate. Awesome closer to the album. So yeah, this has some punchy songs. The sound sounds fucking good on it. I enjoy this album a lot. Yeah, the only album I don't like is Dark Winds of Steel. From here on out, yeah, great albums. But because of the vocalist and some of the songs are a bit just okay rather than amazing, it's going second to last. Coming in next, Into the Legend. Love that fucking art. That kind of snow dragon-esque thing. Fucking awesome. I love dragons, so, you know, all this shit tickles my nerd. Tickles my nerd. I feel like I want to play Divinity again. I fucking love that game. Anyway, this album's fucking sick. So from this album onwards, I love them. Those two, like the first one, meh. Second one, pretty good. These onwards, I love. And this is no exception. Fucking amazing, like, first 3 quarters of the album. Distant Sky in the title track, and also Winter's Rain, which I fucking adore. That song is amazing. Valley of Shadows, so many kick-ass songs on this. But the one song that I'm kind of iffy on, I need more time with, is the longest one, The Kiss of Life. Like, yeah, it's an epic, it's one of the epics, but I think it's probably the weakest epic they've done. For me, personally, it's way too synth-heavy. Just way too synth-heavy, but... That's just something I need to get used to. Sure, it'll grow on me, but for the time being, it's probably the weakest epic song. It's still a fine song, but the first 3 quarters of the album I love way more. So yeah, this album's fucking sick. If you have it higher, good for you, but for me, this is where it's going. Next up, may trigger Symphony of Enchanted Lands Part 2. Yep, we're diving into one of the classicer albums rather than some of the newer ones. But this one is the weakest. It is the weakest, in my opinion. The songs are still fucking awesome. There's like 2 or 3 10-minute long songs, which are fucking sick. I love all those ones. But it feels a bit flat compared to the other classic albums. It's still amazing. The singing's still there. The songwriting's still good, but it doesn't have that fucking energy. You know, it doesn't have that energy like some of the other albums do. It doesn't have the epic symphonic moments like some of the other albums do. So it's in kind of a midpoint, like transition between old school fast fucking power metal to newer symphonic-y epic power metal. And it's kind of awkward, but I still love it. You know, it's still fantastic. And, you know, definitely check it out because it's still fucking like an 8 out of 10. But just compared to the others, it's alright. Now we come to the album that got me into the band. So I love this one, and I wanted to put it top, but like re-listening to everything, I was like, I can't put it top, but I still fucking love it. This is like a 9 for me. Some people hate this one because it's too symphonic, but I love symphonic music. I love Nightwish, I love Delane, I love all that shit. So this is a match made in heaven, you know? But some of the songs on this are kinda weak. There's some kinda weak songs, but then there's some fucking amazing songs. The title track, Triumph or Agony, is flawless, and it has my favourite, or one of my, it has my favourite Rhapsody of Fire song on. Easily my favourite. And you know which one that is? The Mystic Prophecy of the Demon Knight. Holy fuck. That song is an epic. We are at the gates of death. Come on. The storytelling in that, like the dialogue between the characters, on point. Feels like you're playing a Dungeons and Dragons game. That song's fucking flawless. And so is Triumph and Agony. And there's amazing other songs on here, but the ones in between, some of the songs in between, and it drags a bit. It's a bit too long, this album, but, you know, I can't fault it. I'm just nitpicking, really. It's still a fucking great album, and it got me into the band, so I'm showing it some love. Next up, controversial one. Some people fucking adore this album. I love parts of it, and that is Reign of a Thousand Flames. That title track has got to be one of the catchiest Rhapsody of Fire songs, well, Rhapsody, whenever the fuck it is, songs ever. Come on. You have to sing that song when you play this album. That song is a fucking masterpiece, staple live. And it's not the only masterpiece on this album. There is 2 other fucking long ones, like more than 10 minutes long, and they're both flawless. Queen of the Dark Horizons, I fucking adore that one. Queen of the Damned, that fucking chorus again in that, catches all hell. And The Wizard's Last Rhymes is a fucking masterpiece, one of the best long songs they've ever fucking done. But that's it. That's it. There's 3 songs on this fucking album which I can enjoy. There's 2 instrumentals, and then there's a song which I fucking hate, and I think it's the worst Rhapsody of Fire song ever made. Which, you know which one it is. It's the one with the narrator, which sounds fucking stupid. Like, I don't like the narrators in this. This album has the worst narrators in, and it kind of bogs the experience down, which is why it's down a little bit, but it's down a lot, because there's 3 songs I enjoy. You know, and it feels like an EP rather than a fucking album. And I don't feel comfortable putting it higher than some of the others. Because some of the others have more than 3 songs that I enjoy. This has 3. But don't take this as don't listen to the album. You should listen to the album because those 3 songs are some of Rhapsody of Fire's best songs. But it just feels like an EP. So, I mean, Change of Seasons is like half an hour, but I wouldn't put that higher than a lot of, well, any other Dream Theater album. Just because it's fucking long doesn't mean it's good. You know, just because Change of Seasons is my favourite Dream Theater song, I wouldn't put it higher than any of their albums because there's more songs I enjoy in their albums, and that's my reasoning for having this quite low. Next up, From Chaos to Eternity. Fucking love that art, the fucking unicorn riding through the clouds. Yeah, this is just a solid album. I love pretty much every song on this album. But, I mean, that's what I can say. I don't think it's as epic as some of the others. It's not as, the songs aren't as memorable and epic as Reign of a Thousand Flames, but I enjoy way more of them. And yeah, I have more fun with the album than I do with Rain. So it's going a bit higher, I know it's a newer one, but fuck it. I enjoy it. Heroes of the Waterfalls Kingdom. Oh, what a massive, epic song that is. And From Chaos to Eternity. Fucking flawless as well. And then the Italian one, which I don't know how to fucking say, but actually let's try it, because it'd be funny. Tempesta di Fuoco? Fuoco. Yeah. So many good songs on here. I fucking adore it. It's one of my favourites. And yeah, you know, let's move on. It's a great album. Great middle of the road album. Let's move on to something better. Next up, we have the album which is probably considered the masterpiece, Symphony of Enchanted Lands, and it's quite low, but I love it. Like, everything from Into the Legend onwards, I love. Yeah? So I love this one, but re-listening to the entire discography, there's better albums. There's better albums in my opinion, but this is still, you know, fucking classic. Power metal staple. I mean, Emerald Sword is on this one. Emerald Sword is just the best power metal song ever fucking made. I mean, it's Emerald fucking Sword. That's the first song I ever heard by Rhapsody of Fire, And then I checked out the Triumph for Agony. Yeah, Emerald fucking Sword, come on. The Dark Tower of Abyss, amazing as well. And then the title track, you know, another 10-minute long fucking epic song. So this album's fucking flawless, but I don't want to say overhyped because I fucking love the album. It's like a 10, but I just think Rhapsody of Fire has so many other better albums. So it's going here, I'm afraid. One of the better albums they have is the debut, the first album, Legendary Tales. Some people might not like it because there's a couple of songs which are mega cheese, mega folky, kind of fluty, but I fucking love that shit. The stuff in Blind Guardian is my favourite shit, like the Bard song and stuff like that. And because I enjoy those ones, this album has a step up for me. Step up for me. The sound on this album, on the debut, sounds more folky. It sounds more, you know, it sounds more folky. It sounds more authentic than it does on the Symphony, all the other albums. So I enjoy that freshness and it feels different to all the other ones. And it just has a fucking solid lineup of songs. Warrior of Ice, Lord of the Thunder, and probably one of the best Rhapsody of Fire songs ever. Land of Immortals is fucking fantastic. That chorus, where it's like, Land of Immortals, you must belong to me. Come on, you have to sing it. It's cheesy as fuck, but who cares? No one's gonna judge. Well, we might, but fucking do it anyway. Land of Immortals, fucking one of the best Rhapsody of Fire songs ever. And it has another long song at the end, come on. This album's flawless, underrated as fuck, and it's one of the best. Now the last three I had real struggle with doing the order. Really struggled with the order. I kept swapping and changing, and you know that there's a Rhapsody of Fire album here. So you're thinking, this fucker's put it higher than Symphony of Enchanted Lands and Legendary Tales. And also this one, Power of the Dragonflame, is a flawless 10 out of 10 album. If you have this top, good job. I fucking adore it. And the final song on here is fucking bliss. It's probably the best long song. I know I said that for the Triumph and Agony one, but this is also a fucking contender. Oh, it's amazing. And it's not just that. Like, the entire album is just hit after hit. Power of the Dragonflame, the song, Knight Rider of Doom, The Pride of the Tyrant. There's too many good songs on here. Too many good songs. It's a 10 out of 10 album. And it's way better than Symphony of Enchanted Lands, in my opinion. But it's not my favourite. It's a flawless album, but I would put two others higher. And yeah, let's move on. Power of the Dragonflame, flawless album, 10 out of 10, masterpiece, one of the best albums in power metal history. But let's move on to number two. Number two, The Frozen Tears of Angels. I really contemplated put this one, like 2 and 1's almost top, joint top, but this album is fucking amazing. If you passed off newer Rhapsody of Fire, you're doing yourself a disservice, because this album's fucking masterpiece. Masterpiece from start to finish. Every song is a hit. Re-listening to it, I was kind of like, Triumph and Agony, yeah, it's pretty good. Chaos to Eternity, you know, that's pretty good. Enjoyable album. This, I was like, this is better than a lot of the old stuff. Like, it's symphonic, it's epic, but it doesn't lose the heaviness, doesn't lose the riffs, or the catchiness. It has everything from the old stuff, everything from the new stuff in the perfect package. It's the perfect... If all Rhapsody of Fire albums were like this one, no one could complain, because it's fucking flawless. Sea of Fate, fucking intense song as hell. Crystal Moonlight, catchiest chorus. Moonlight, da-da-da-da-da-da, moonlight. Come on, amazing as hell. Reign of Terror, one of my favourite Rhapsody of Fire songs in existence. I keep changing my mind with my favourite Rhapsody of Fire song, because I come to this now, and this might be my favourite. I mean, it at least has the best intro to any song ever, where it's like kind of building up creepy. You feel like you're heading into the mines of Moria. It's got like smoke coming everywhere and you're just about to see all the fucking dead dwarves. That's what it feels like. Where it's just like dun 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 dun, and then it just hits you with a fucking blast of amazing power metal. Yep, this song's fucking flawless. And then you have the Italian named song, which has fucking amazing Spanish guitar. It's great. It's like a prog. It's like a prog song. Every song on this is a masterpiece. It's 10 out of 10. Almost my favourite album. Almost my favourite album. I mean, it's by a hair, this is. But that only leaves one. So my favourite album by Rhapsody of Fire is Dawn of Victory. The reason this is the masterpiece, compared to every single other one, is because This has no fucking filler in. This is punch after punch after punch. No dull moments, no bad moments, no ballads. It's like the perfect album. It's just intense all the fucking way through, melodic, and just the songs are just a fucking kick ass. It feels like you're going off the fucking war. This is the fucking war album because of how intense everything is. The title track, Dawn of Victory, amazing. Triumph for My Magic Steel. The Village of Dwarfs are cool. Not even like too cheesy. It's not kind of like the one on the first album, which I love, but some people say it's way too cheesy. This has like intense parts in it as well. And then Dargor, how amazing is that riff? Just Dargor's fucking amazing. And that scream in the intro. Oh, Holy Thunder Force. And then the final track, The Mighty Ride of the Fire Lord. Come on, this album's flawless. It's a 10. Easy top of the list. Almost easy, but come on. Rhapsody of Fire has an amazing discography. All these albums are fantastic aside from the first two I'm kind of iffy on. Everything else you should check out. So tell me in the comments below your favourite Rhapsody of Fire album. What do you hate? What do you love? Let me know and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.